GWA returned to Dakhla in Morocco for another year. The second call of the GWA Wingfoil World Tour's wave discipline was an important stop for the athletes with title ambitions. Dakhla sits on the edge of the Sahara Desert and offers a dramatic backdrop for the competition. Swells build up on the rocky point and wrap around into the sandy bay, presenting the longest right-hand waves on the tour. Consistent cross-offshore breezes make Dakhla an ideal venue and explain why it's an athlete favorite.
Is it recording?
Yeah,
it's recording. We made it to Dakhla. Back at it again.
Oh my
Dakhla, Morocco.
Welcome, welcome. Look at that.
There's no way
We're out
like
there.
up and down.
Yo guys, tell me how many fish you can see right here.
I was out there by myself. It's like meditation more than surfing.
Come on, say it up to the vlog. I know I didn't even say good morning to you, but good morning. How you doing, sir?
I have to say that I can be better.
Sticks it.
My cookie won't fit in the... We've rotated. We're at the pool table.
Otis, what do we think? We think that the waves are getting better and we should go back out.
Last year's tour winner, Cape Verdean Wesley Brito, wanted to get his title defense back on track in Dakhla after a mixed performance at the tour's first stop.
Man, last year was pretty special to me. I arrived here in third place on tour, and I didn't have as high hopes here because it's not a real good spot for me, as it's a right-handed wave. So I started getting my hits one by one, and as soon as I saw Hugo Marin losing and the other guys that were on top start losing, and I got hopes to win the title, it was pretty special to me. This year, I know things would be much different because the level got way higher than it was. And I know it would be challenging. Last year I had some tricks up my sleeves I could use. This year the guys already knew them, so I cannot use them anymore. I didn't have so much hopes on this comp. I came to do the best I could and I couldn't do much. Now we're going to Ibiraquer, and that's where I get better hopes because it's a left-handed wave, and I have to practice for next year to be here and do better.
Spain's Elena Morena headed into Dakhla as the tour leader after winning the opening round.
In the time off, I have been in Fuerteventura, have been training. In summer, we didn't have that good conditions, but for sure we have wind all the summer, and we could train something. Also working, for sure, that is other of my responsibility and passion. Actually, I'm very happy because I think it's the event that we have more inscripted girls. So I think that's very good for the sport. We have to keep in mind that it's a very new sport, so each event, more inscription and more people, and it's nice to see, no? I don't want to get so much pressure because I know that Cape Verde was such a present for me, no? The conditions and are kind of wave that I love. I'm more comfortable with that kind of conditions. Anyway, the conditions are improving and are the same for everyone, no? We have to adapt what Mother Nature gives us to us. So I'm just gonna try to do my best and try to enjoy with all the girls because the vibes are pretty good.
Elena Morena advanced up the competition ladder, but in Dakhla's smaller waves in the quarterfinal, she was making heavy weather and seemed less comfortable. Francesca Maini is better known as a big air kiteboarding athlete. In her wingfoil debut, she was slaying the waves like a veteran and posted the highest score of the quarterfinals. Bojan van der Linden had a tough quarterfinal against Mar D'Arcy. The Dutch athlete found the wave she needed near the end of the heat to advance. On the men's side, Tour leader Malo Genole failed and was sent out early. Genole was dispatched by the debutant, Liam Corral. Corral's run ended in his quarter-final. But he did not go down without a fight and only lost out by a fraction in a thrilling battle with Otis Buckingham. Maui-based riders Finn Spencer and Cash Berzolla went toe-to-toe in another quarter-final. Berzolla chalked up the biggest combination of the competition, including a perfect 10-point ride. The contest's youngest rider, 14-year-old Leon Schiele, announced himself when he sent the experienced Benoit Carpentier packing in another quarter-final. Dakhla is not only about the wind and waves. During some time off from competition, the GWA riders headed into Dakhla for some true Moroccan experiences.
We're going to find camels.
Yeah. You ready?
This is Ramses. I thought it was gonna be like a horse, and then it was like 10 times higher and 10 times more bumpy and like insane. Great. This is like the proper mode of transportation. Right? I feel like I want to bring one of these back home to Maui.
It's pretty awesome here, just the full desert with the waves. It's so just different to anything we've experienced, so it's cool.
It was something else, you know. Yeah, what are you saying? Like, I thought it was gonna be like a horse ride. It's way different. You're so high up, and it's just like the bumpiest thing ever. But it was definitely sick.
In the women's semifinal, Francesca Maini faced Bojan van der Linden. Van der Linden's experience was telling, and she got the better of the exchange with a big ride at the end. Elena Morena was up against Nia Suardiaz in the second semifinal. Suardiaz pushed it to the end and nearly stole it, but Moreno's committed surfing was just as strong, ultimately. For Bojan van der Linden, reaching the final was vindication for all the hard work she's put in. Elena Morena was jealously guarding her #1 ranking. Elena Morena faced off against Bojan van der Linden in the final. Van der Linden posted some solid early scores for her strong riding. That gave her the edge. Morena went all in and got the ride she needed to secure the win.
Champion here in Dakhla, Elena Morena!
In the water, you don't have time to analyze nothing. You just have to time to look at the flight and look for a good way, and then nature can give you a good way for now. So I don't know. I think during the evening, I'm gonna see what everything happened and the images. But it has been pretty nice to be here in Dakhla. The conditions has been increasing, and the waves was getting better and better. So I appreciate to be here now, and that the government invests in sport. That for me is always super important.
On the men's side, Vinicius Martins had the misfortune to come up against Cash Berzolla in the first semifinal. Berzolla was rampant and ended his Brazilian rival's run. Leon Scheel faced Otis Buckingham in the second semifinal. The teenage Briton started strongly, but fell on the inside and struggled to get going again. Buckingham closed with some big wave scores to advance. For Otis Buckingham, who is based in Maui, reaching his first final was a revelation. Cash Berzolla had only one thing on his mind: to enjoy the ride. The final was poised to be a thriller with him taking on his close friend Otis Buckingham. In his first final, Buckingham went for broke. Berzolla had the conditions dialed and was taking no prisoners. His wave riding was next level, and he streaked away for the win in Dakhla.
Cash Berzolla.
You know, it's beyond words, and I really have no words to describe it. You know, final with my best friend from Maui, and really stoked to take out the win here in Dakhla again, and just can't ask for much more. We got really low tide. The tide sucked all the way out, and the end section got really fast and really dry, so it definitely made us change up our game a little bit to account for that end section, and it was an interesting one, to say the least.
Against the odds, Dakhla once again delivered sublime conditions for another Wingfoil Wave World Cup. The men's pack was reshuffled, while in the leading women cemented their positions. Join us again for the final stop in Brazil to find out who will be our world champion.